Hi, I'm Joshua AlDabbagh, and today I'm going to be answering the question of, do I really need to hire an attorney if I get into an accident? In almost every case, the answer is going to be yes. First, I'll start off by saying there are situations when you probably don't need to hire an attorney. However, those situations tend to be when there's a low policy limit on the other side, and you have a lot of medical bills that need to get paid. Let's take an example of a $15,000 policy limit, which is the minimum required in the state of Nevada. If you have a driver who hits you and only has a $15,000 policy limit, and you don't have any uninsured coverage of your own, chances are you're going to be able to settle your case assuming you have a large amount of medical bills. Let's take $12,000 as a number. There's only $3,000 there available to work with in terms of compensating you for your pain and your suffering. It's an unfortunate situation to begin with. There are other options available, like suing the driver personally, but then you have to go look into whether or not they have assets that you can attach. That's another story, but basically, those situations you could probably negotiate the full policy limit settlement, and you could go home happy. But in almost every other situation, you're better off hiring an attorney. In fact, a lot of potential new clients approach me having already attempted to negotiate a claim on their own, and that's why they've reached out to find an attorney, because they were not satisfied with the numbers that were being thrown back to them by the insurance adjuster. In those situations, I'm more than happy to tell the client that if I cannot get them more money after I take my contingency fee out of the settlement, then I won't take a fee. Why? Because adjusters have no problem lowballing people who aren't represented by attorneys. They do this because they know there's no real threat of a lawsuit unless somebody's represented by an attorney. Most people don't know how to file a lawsuit in the right courthouse alleging the right claims. They won't go through the process without an attorney. So adjusters take advantage of that fact. The only real threat to them is a lawsuit. So they'll offer numbers that are ridiculously low to people who are not represented by attorneys. And also, this is our job. We're experts at negotiating settlements for fair amounts. We're able to argue with adjusters when they try and justify reducing medical bills, pointing out reasons why somebody wasn't in as much pain as they say they are. Our job is complicated in the sense that people don't know the right buttons that need to be pushed to get those numbers out of an adjuster. And ultimately, our biggest factor that'll help you settle your case is the threat of filing a lawsuit if they don't give us a number that we think is fair and adequate. At my firm, Hawkins, Boley & AlDabbagh, we are more than happy to file lawsuits left and right when adjusters try and lowball our clients. In fact, a heavy portion of our caseload, much heavier than competitors in my area, are in litigation simply because I've experienced and I've learned that by filing lawsuits, I will get to that fair settlement number. It just goes to show the adjuster that we are serious and we will put in the work to get a fair amount of money for our clients.